Like chocolate.
I smell stale cigarette ashes all the time. At inappropriate
No, that doesn't.
times.
Find one?
No, but it's alright.
Why is
They're
it?
out there.
It's residual from my chemo.
It's alright.
I have olfactory hallucinations.
He's a nut.
I smell things out of the blue.
Oh heck, why did I shut that door?
Well, I sleep with a CPAP machine, and some
Ole'Pops
mornings
here.
when I wake up and take my machine off, I smell flowers.
Been a while.
It's weird.
I wanted to come to you and say, hey. I also wanted to share something with you. I wanted to thank my good buddy, ODP. Dirty, I got your package. I'm not going to do a box opening. I don't do box openings. But I wanted to tell you I got your package. And old Dirty Piper sent me a couple of they're little samples.
Sorry, but
I say a couple.
back to that chair.
He sent me eight different samples. He sent me a Esoterica Dorchester.
I'm going back to
He sent me a Hearth and Homes White Night.
You wanna hang with me? Yes.
He sent me 3 Dunlops.
It's up to you.
He sent me a 17 nightcap. I don't know what the years on them are, but he sent me an aperitif. He sent me a vanilla Cavendish. He sent me a Sam Gower Black Cherry, which I've already tried, and it's Larpin. He sent me a L.J. Peretti 150th anniversary lake, and he sent me something else I've already tried. I'm sitting right now over at Briar Dude's house, and I'm fixing to let him try some of these. But he let me, he sent me some 2008. I don't know if you can read the package, but it's about to rub off. He used a pretty good ink pen because it's been on there a while and I've rubbed it with my fingers. 2008 McClellan's Deep Hollow. It's an aromatic. It's straight Virginia, red Virginia, I believe. The way it tastes, I hadn't looked it up, but it tastes like a red Virginia. But it's got a vanilla casing on it, and it's got a real fruity taste. But the one I'm smoking right now is this Dunhill Vanilla Cavendish. And I'm smoking it out of my Savinelli Ghibli. I guess y'all can see that. I've had it a little better than a year. It'll be 2 years actually, this coming Christmas.
Cooking until
Y'all can probably hear Dan Briar Dude in the back. He's over here. Let me turn this around here and I'll show you the sexy man.
howdy.
The godfather of pipe.
Yeah. See, Hugh, he didn't have a clue. You wear this in your underwear.
Never
I don't
gonna
have
do
pants
it.
on, but I do have my underwear on.
Never gonna do it without your fez off. That's
what?
the key. I said you're never gonna do it without your fez off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I want to take a moment to address the YTPC. I want to take a moment to address the YTPC. Just a moment. And let everybody know that the I got a package in the mail from an insurance company. Actually, the insurance company that canceled me. Offering a new deal. It was a big old thick package. Offering me a new deal. And I called the insurance lady that has been representing us for 22 years since we've been living in that house. And she said, no, let's continue to run it through the company that we were talking about running it through. And she she said, let's go ahead and run. Anyway, they're supposed to come and inspect the house on the 17th. And I've got just a couple of more things to do. Yeah, should I do it? Should I do it? They've got a couple of more things to do. We've got a couple of more things to do. And they'll be here on the 17th. She's pretty sure that everything is a go.
Stinks big.
She's got it to where they've bundled our house and our auto, and they've made an offer as long as our house passes the inspection, and it's got our house insurance down $300 a year less than what the original insurance company, which was Grange. I'm not afraid to say it now, but $300 less a year, which is going to cause our house note to go down, by the way, people. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. And thank Dan, the Briar dude, for his help as well. And they've also got our car insurance, like I said, bundled into it. And it's going to make our automobile insurance premiums go down $22 a month. So,
Book the cruise.
huh?
Book the cruise.
Book the cruise. So, those are the two things I wanted to share with y'all. The page that Mark and Mel did for us was amazing. I haven't made any big deal out of it. I know that I haven't stepped up and thanked anybody, and I haven't, but I want to right now. I just want to thank everybody that stepped forward. And anyway, I'm not gonna get mushy in anything. Anyway, I want to take this opportunity right now to introduce somebody. Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Bork, bork.
This is our youngest brother. I know y'all have seen pictures of
And the
him.
best looking.
Well, that
Leave him alone.
that goes without saying.
Why, I ought to murder you.
Yeah, well, certainly. He's a former police officer from Birmingham, Hoover, Alabama, retired. Now travels.
Still
Still now and still.
retired.
Now travels with a company that requests and requires his services to build laboratories that repair hospital equipment, surgical equipment. And he does that for a living now, and he's been at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
He's been at Vanderbilt putting together a laboratory this week. And this is the second night he has been in Murfreesboro, and we've been visiting with him. And tonight we went to dinner with him and my wife, and she's sitting in the den. Don't want to be on camera. Say hi, Jill.
Hey!
And Dan and my granddaughter over there say, stick your head around the corner, Abby. Your head, not your hand. Yo, Abby.
I'm not showing my face, man.
Well, just stick your head around the corner. It's a long shot. That head. Okay. That's my lovely little granddaughter. She's trouble with every step she takes with a capital T and,
That's true.
and a capital R and
Just make it all
capital
caps.
O and yeah, like she says, just make it all caps. But anyway, we're gonna cut this off and try to find us a tripod and set this camera up on a tripod and turn it back on and introduce Joe to a pipe. Well, hadn't seen all three of us together. Hadn't been all three of us together in over a couple of years now. And all of a sudden they see a spider. And then now they gotta go spider hunting.
What?
Don't move your chair, just sit down. We got it all figured out. We got it all situated. Just don't move your chair.
Huh?
He's recording with it.
This is your deal.
Hmm?
You got a pipe dude can smoke?
Huh?
You got a pipe he can smoke?
Do I have a pipe I can smoke?
No, he can
That he
smoke.
can, you want to?
Try it.
Huh?
I'll
Okay.
try.
Let's see, let me pick you something that's really nice.
No, I want something that's really crappy.
Hey, you got any of
That
that?
will look as good as you want. Do you like a straight one? Do you like a bent one?
Bent.
Bent. Well, Briar or a Meerschaum?
I don't care.
Let's hook him up with a Meerschaum.
Alright. Hey, you got any of that
Watch this, I'm gonna.
Briarworks
One
bacon?
that I dropped yesterday.
Oh,
You got any of that Briarworks
Okay,
bacon
slowly.
stuff?
Probably ain't got no fizz left of it at all. Yeah, dude. Yes, dude.
Grandpa, you want a Mexican Coke?
No, honey, I don't drink that shit.
Oh, alright. Joe?
I'll tell you what, I bet your grandma liked mine.
Alright.
Is that the surprise that Dan said you got for us?
Yeah.
I bet
She
your grandma.
got you that coat.
Yeah, I know, but I don't drink Cokes. I don't drink them.
Okay, now, you
I'll
have to
give
light
it
a
to
pipe a
Grandma.
certain way. Do you know the whole principle behind, is that running?
It's a running.
Alright, you know the whole principle behind char cloth?
Uh-uh.
You know, you remove all the oxygen or whatever it is out of a piece of wood, you know, like charcoal, it lights quick,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Well, what you want to do is what's called a char light. All you got to do is scorch the top of it. And when you scorch, you can cut this out. Scorch the top of it, and mine's already lit, but I'll show you how. You want to do something like this, just until you see that the whole top of it's scorched. Then you very lightly, just kind of pack that down. Now it's charred on the inside and it'll light quicker. And then you kind of roll it back and forth like, and that's your true light.
Alright.
You mind
I
helping
don't
me with
remember a
this?
thing he
Hmm?
said.
You mind helping me with this?
Just speak up.
Do you mind helping
Just
me
smoke
with
it.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, light it
That's right
twice
here.
and tap it in between. There you
You do
go.
it better than I do.
Here, here.
It ain't cooperating.
Thank you.
Where's mine? I'll drink this one until I find it.
That light enough.
Whatever.
Grandma
You want
says
something to
she'll
drink?
make hers later.
Mexican Coke.
Just don't inhale. Just taste it.
Yeah, I figured that. Alright.
This Black Magic. Owl Shop's Black Magic.
Good stuff.
Most expensive black Cavendish I've ever found.
Oh, yeah?
And the best.
Tastes really good.
Just pull it in your mouth, taste it, and out it goes.
Is it got a, we're getting used to lighting that deal.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Nick hit with that stuff.
Relights don't hurt nothing.
Huh?
I said relights don't hurt nothing. Don't be scared of relights. Everybody
I like
relight.
that.
It happens.
I like that.
You mind if I sit right there?
Honey,
It's
I
not
don't
in
care.
the camera.
No,
I
I
don't
don't care.
really wanna. sit
Only
in
thing
the
it'd do is hear you.
Good. Cause that I don't mind. I just don't like being on camera.
I don't know why.
I'm
You
camera
per-
shy.
You pretty enough.
I don't know, Ryan.
Mm-mm. Well, you are.
Not. No argument. No show.
Boy, oh boy.
What's that made of?
Huh?
What's that made of?
That's Meerschaum.
Oh.
You know why
That's
that
it.
tastes so
It's,
much better than
Is this
American
pure sugar cane?
It's actually it's a mineral.
Yeah.
And underwater, it's consistency of like Jello.
Yeah.
And because it's porous. Under the ground, it's of course you can imagine water content not being as much. It's still kind of pliable, but not quite like that. And they harvest it and cut it into chunks and bake it once. Sometimes they'll rough it out and then bake it once, then do the fine detail and then bake it a second time. I've carved blocks of it after they've been baked twice, and I prefer the feel of the response to the blade and the instruments after it's been baked twice. Tooling it after it's been baked twice.
You know where it came
What
from?
do you, where,
Moby did.
doing
Moby did.
Moby's Dick?
The benefit to those is that they don't ghost. And
What
ghost
ghost?
is, you know, when you have a flavor of a tobacco that gets in there and it flavors the
Yeah.
next tobacco that doesn't have the
Gotcha, yeah.
Like you take a real
They don't
aromatic,
ghost.
like a hard cherry, like that one right there.
Yeah.
You smoke in a briar, and it'll get down in there, and you'll never figure it out. Like one that's real hard is there's one that's made by a company called Blood Red Moon. It's made by Lane, but it's called Cult Blood Red Moon, and it's like just a cherry overload. It's like smoking cherry Skittles, you know.
It's good. I like it.
Oh, it's awesome if you like cherry. You know those what do I call them? Cherry sour. The
Michigan cherries.
yeah, the little gummies. Yeah.
Yeah, got the
Hard
kind of
yeah,
hard candy
yeah,
coating on that.
Yeah.
Michigan cherry.
Papa loved those.
Well, I do too.
I like those, but I'm not crazy on cherries. Otherwise.
gotta constantly be pushing that ember down on the unburnt tobacco or it'll go out. But just very lightly. You don't wanna crush the ember, just bump it down there against it.
I've forgotten where the bathroom is.
Around the corner, on the right. When you come out, make sure you shut that door or Bambi will get in there.
Has,
I saw a sign.
has she forgotten where the bathroom is?
Man, I tell you, it's getting bad. That's why I asked y'all to drop me off early last night, so she wouldn't get in that car and try to drive. Because she will. She'll get in that car and try to take off and go get Gracie.
Well, tell them what you're smoking. Remember what it is?
Heck no, man. You kidding?
Foul Shop Black Magic.
You just told me.
You know, you can edit that out. Where are you smoking?
Dunhill Vanilla Cavendish.
Is there any count?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm smoking McClellan's Cyprian Mixture 2040. Awful fond of that.
I said that the other day. I said that the other day to the lady at the hotel. She's talking about where to go eat. I said, is any count? She's like, what? She didn't know what I was talking about.
So you ain't from around here, are you?
See, one of ours.
I had to explain it to him. I had to explain it to him.
That's a pretty pipe.
Now you're
It's
staring at me.
I'm
Beautiful.
curious if you're alright.
Is that Smog's
Yeah,
paw? Is that Smog's
curious.
paw?
Is that what?
Is it Smog's paw?
It's, well, they call it Eagle Claw.
Oh, it's an eagle. Okay.
Did you call Minnie?
Most of them are.
Everything come out all right?
Yeah.
Could you hear us out here?
No.
We
We
heard
heard
you
you.
in there.
Oh, you liars. I don't pee that damn loud.
She need a ride?
Oh, is that what you were doing?
She does?
Yes.
Well, fellas, we got about 15 minutes.
I think you're gonna have to go.
In about 15 minutes. She'll have some dinner when she gets home anyway. Did you drink one of them Cokes? Why not?
Oh, it sounds really, really good. I'm just too full.
Grab me on them hearts.
Tastes like they did when you were a kid.
Do they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's still
Sounds
in the
good.
door.
Can I take one with me? It would be okay?
They got that tingle on the tongue.
Man,
We got paper plates up, right up there.
I got my plate.
I wish I could do that.
No,
What? Can you not?
bring it over
Why
here.
can't
Why
you?
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not,
Bambi,
Gout and shingles.
get.
Sit it right here. Hang straight. Let that
Bam.
camera get a view of that.
best part of the chicken?
Don't let her in your lap.
No.
No, you can have. We'll get you on camera in a little bit.
Bam.
Well, that's quite the road there, Daniel.
She's already been up here.
It's what?
Quite the road.
Cabra.
Yeah, ain't that the thing? You should have seen him with the fez on him a while ago.
Is that your smoking jacket? Hey Dan,
That's what it's all about right there.
is that your smoking jacket?
That's my smoking jacket. And my chicken heart eating jacket.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good grief, man.
And my Mexican Coke drinking jacket.
There they are.
And do you like that pipe?
I do.
A pipe, a Mexican Coke, and a plate of chicken hearts. It was a night to remember. Like the beginning of a Raymond Chandler
I
novel.
was fixing to say.
Warm and stormy night.
Chicken hearts.
Hmm?
Chicken hearts. Oh man. Well, I don't think one's gonna hurt me.
One ain't gonna hurt you.
Let me get a big one.
Get a bigger. Who's that right there?
Oh,
I don't know
right
how
there.
you got. Where you put them?
That one in between your fingers. Give me that one. Oh, I kicked the thing.
You got the one I wanted.
I didn't mess it up, did I?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Give me that. We'll see later.
After as much as we ate for supper.
Oh,
Really? I don't
After
know
as much
how-
as we ate for supper. Sitting there doing that.
You know.
No.
well, I was reading an article about creative, and their plan is to take every one of them puppets that he's got in the playhouse and adapting a human being.
So it'll be a bunch of people with masks on.
No, they're talking about adapting a human being to one of those puppets, but it'll be a new person coming in.
Like a wrestling.
Like, yeah, and they're gonna take
So
like,
how do they make one look like a pig and one look like a vulture? I'm assuming masks.
oh no, they're not gonna make them look like a pig and make them look like a vulture, but they're gonna adapt. Like they're trying to adapt. What's her name, Alexa, into the witch. They're trying to adapt her into that, and as she continues on with her singles career, right now, they've got something written into the next little phase of her career to where she keeps reverting back to Bray, and little by little she's gonna keep going back to Bray, and she's gonna keep reverting back to him and going back and helping him each time he gets in trouble. She's gonna be the one to go back to help him.
Well, it sounds like they're doing a hell of a job of completely and totally ruining that character.
I don't think so, because I think they're gonna make him the new fan favorite, like the Undertaker, because they're turning Roman Reigns into the heel now.
Yeah, I saw that. They take the greatest thing that hits wrestling, arguably, since the Undertaker. The guy was just they were wildly popular in NXT. They graduate up loosely based on Robert De Niro's character in Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Just a psychotic individual, brilliantly played by one of the very skilled wrestler who has impeccable mic skills, and now he flips around a room with a bunch of puppets going.
Mark
And that's
says,
their recipe for a fan favorite that's going to replace them.
Mark says that he's going to be the next one. He says he's going to be the next great.
Who said that?
Mark Calloway.
Mark who?
Calloway. He says you mark my word.
If he can talk them into breaking loose of that nonsense and going back to the original idea, I would buy that. Yeah, that was cool.
He says
That
they're
was
going.
cool.
He said they're going to take that idea and they are going to make him a fan favorite with it.
Creative is going to do nothing but bonk themselves in the own butt. That's what they do. Right after they bonk the universe, you know, they do everything the universe hates. I mean, they got people out there with their finger on the pulse of what the fans want, and they go, "Let's do the opposite." That's what they do.
You know who's responsible for the what's the group that keep coming in black that what they call themselves the
Yeah. Well, you told me what that was.
yeah, that's members of the NXT, but you know who's responsible for it?
Hmm.
Paul Heyman.
Who?
Paul Heyman.
Oh, well. I got to give him something now. And I don't mean no disrespect with that. I mean, he's been around a long time. Got to keep him on the payroll. Damn it, I hit it again. He's fun to hate,
Oh yeah.
you know.
He does his job. You got to admit that.
Hmm?
He does his job. He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's good at creative.
Yeah, he'll make you hate him.
He'll make you hate everything he does.
Paul Dangerously.
Paulie.
And that was some times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Repulsive.
We went to Murphy Center, I think it was 1992 or 1993, and the Undertaker was on the card, and Skinner was on the ticket, and he chewed tobacco and didn't care who he got it on.
Oh, God.
And we're on the front row, and he's running his mouth at Skinner, and I'm sitting there just
Imagine that.
petrified that we're going to get spit on. And he takes notice of Wendell, and here he comes, just a jabbering in that brown stuff going everywhere. And I'm trying to lean back. I kept elbowing Wendell, leave him alone. And then Undertaker came out. Man, I'm telling you what, he blocked out the sun. He
Yeah,
was
he's
so
a-
big.
he's a
I've
big
never
guy.
in my life seen anything that size on two legs. And Paul Bearer was with him, and I was a huge Paul Bearer fan from the very inception of that character.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was the most insidiously creepy thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And he's a brilliant actor, and he was out there in his character, and this woman that was sitting next to me and Wendell, we didn't know her, she would not leave him alone, and she would say something to him, and he'd turn around and kind of in character mess with her, you know, and you could finally tell she was getting under his skin, and he just had enough. And he wheeled around, and not Paul, but Bill wheeled around and said, "Why don't you mind your own business, you old goat, and trying to work here?" That was a lot of fun. Front row. Yeah, we were holding on to the railing. When they go into it, you kind of gotta move back and give it room. They didn't have them padded things like they did. Like, man, it was just a just a steel rail. I remember when he first started that act with Paul Bear, after Paul Bear took over, replaced Brother Love.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Well, that was
and
Bruce Pritchard.
Dwayne Gill, one of probably the greatest jobber in the history of wrestling.
Right
The
back.
guy was just consummate skills, and he would sell. I mean,
Nice bag.
he could sell someone's punches. It was incredible.
Nice.
And he must have wrestled him, what, 20 or 30 times on Raw that we saw, you know. But when at that time when he first took over from Brother Love, they had this gimmick where he would pin them, they would be out, and he would roll them over on their side, and Paul Bear would come out, roll this body bag out and lay down, and they'd roll him over on it, and you know, put him in there, roll him the other way, hook the other side up, and they'd zip him up, and then the Undertaker would throw him over his shoulder and carry him out.
I gotta go get Mini-Me from work. I'm Ole'Pops. Well, that was my little brother Joe. I'm glad y'all got to meet him. I'm at home now, and me and over here, me and Betty. Got a couple of notes here. Y'all know who Progressive is. It's the one with Flo and Jamie. I've always hated those two. Got me a cup of coffee. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee this late at night, but I kind of took a second look at Flo. I think I want to marry her now. She's anyway, we're waiting on folks to come and inspect our house. They've agreed to pick us up, and I just can't I can't begin to tell y'all what it means to me and Jill, what everybody in the YTP has done for us, and I could this late at night I could sit here and get real sappy. I really could. It wouldn't be too hard for me to get all emotional. I got Lucas sitting right here at my feet, and she's gonna bump my camera. Y'all don't get mad at me for yelling at a dog. Go get on your stool. Go get on your stool. Please go get on your stool. Thank you, darling. I don't want you to bump my camera. That's about as bad as she ever gets yelled at. But I know that there was a lot of y'all that give money, and a lot of you sent packages. I mean, all the bootleg corn liquor that come through the mail. That was gosh, that was, and clothes, the clothes that come in, why, some of them fit and some of them didn't. The ones that didn't, why, we stuffed, move back now, move back. That right there is about as bad as she gets yelled at. We stuffed pillowcases and made pillows with them, and made us a scarecrow out back. Some crows started bringing back corn they stole last year. We painted one of them up to look like curmudgeon. That might be why. But I'm so tired of them getting giddy. I need to go on to bed. So what I'm just going to tell you this. Look, a lot of people gave money. Didn't nobody send no bootleg corn liquor. Didn't nobody send no clothes. But a lot of people gave a lot of money. And we got the flooring fixed. We got the joists underneath the house done. We got the air conditioner replaced, thanks to Dan. We got a lot of work done on the house. My job now is to get the bushes cut back away from the house and cut down, and we got a window fixed out front. We got one on the side we got to still fix. We got to spruce the yard up just a little bit. We got some asters planted out front. We just need to show a little pride of ownership, is what they say. The house don't look bad. The yard don't look bad. It's just that the bushes are tall. We like our privacy. We live on a busy road, and we let the bushes grow up tall to, that's kind of like a sound barrier from the road. It's a busy road. It's one of the busiest roads in Murfreesboro. But it didn't used to be, but it is now because it's one of the main neighborhoods in Murfreesboro. But what the insurance, I like the way they put it, pride of ownership. They want to come and make sure that we don't have like a vicious dog in the backyard, or a swimming pool we're not telling them about that doesn't have a fence around it, or a trampoline in the backyard. And they want them, we got pesticide down. We got the exterminator came, and anyway, y'all allowed us to do a bunch of stuff, and God bless you. God bless you all. And living on the Social Security pension that my wife and I both live on, it just didn't allow us to do that. And going through what we were going through with the escrow, and the company trying to take the house from us, they failed. They're not going to get it. We're going to be able to pay the house off. They may end up with it, but it'll be because we wanted to sell it to them now, not because they took it from us. And we owe that to you. And thank you, YTPC. And thanks to Mark, TPI, and thanks to Mel Harris, the garbage man Piper, for instigating all this. I want you to know that we love you. Me and Julie Darling, I don't know if you can hear her. I can hear her. She's already cacked out. It's where I need to be and I'm fixing to be. But I just wanted to add this a little bit to the end of this video, and I want to thank every single person in the YTPC that contributed. Oh, there she goes. And every single person that wanted to contribute that didn't and couldn't. And the ones that didn't want to, I want to thank y'all too. The ones that didn't and wouldn't if you could, thank y'all. And ones of you out there that just hate my stinking rotten guts, thank y'all. I don't think you have any right to, but those of y'all out there that hates me and thinks you got every right to, thank y'all. I love all of you. Some more than others, but thank y'all. I'm Ole'Pops.